Hi guys, I'm Pacific and welcome back to like another Battlefield 1 commentary kind of thing. And in this episode I wanted to talk about this concept of class balancing versus actual player skill. One of the things that gets complained about a lot in Battlefield 1 is how the medic is really overpowered. And I've even made, I would say, like, I made a solid video about this, and I also made a couple little side hints here and there about it. And I want to say that, yes, the medic class is overpowered, but it also isn't. So, something in Battlefield 1 that's kind of interesting is, this is something I noticed, is if you were to give someone who never played Battlefield 1 before, if you were to give them a class to use, they would do way better with a medic than other classes, because the medic is the easiest class to use. It has the best guns, so, whatever. But then something happens where after the player gets more skilled, they get, like, the usefulness of the medic itself, it goes up a little bit, but not as much as the other classes. So what I mean by this is, let's say, these aren't real numbers, these are numbers I'm coming up with, but let's just say initially a player might on average get 1 kill per clip, or 1 kill with each class, per life, but maybe a medic, they get 2 kills per life on average, just something like that. But then let's say they get a bit better, maybe they get 2.5 kills per life with every class and 3 with a medic. And then, on average, every class they use, per life they get 4 kills. What happens is in the medic, they get 4.5 kills per life, but the other classes they get 5. See how that kind of, as they get, I'm gonna die here, as they get more skilled at the game, the medic class's usefulness does not go up as much as other classes. I actually found an example of this myself when I was playing Battlefield 1. What I did was I used to very much only use one specific gun because I thought specific guns were like the cure-all to everything. What I did was I used, on the medic class, I used the Mondragon Storm, and on my support class I used the, I don't know what it's called, the MG, no, the Madison MG. So I just used medic and support a lot. And what happened was, initially, whenever I played medic, I got more kills on average. But then, as I got more skilled at the game and understood how the guns worked, I started getting more kills with support than the, Then I started getting more kills with support than I did with the medic. And I found that this really happens a lot with all my other classes too. The medic initially, I'm good, but I get better with the other classes as I play the game more. And I think it's because the medic class is built for people who, like normally when I play shooter games, I kind of like to move around and shoot at the same time. Maybe stand still like this, but I shoot like this, watch. I shoot and I'm moving at the same time. I shoot, move, boom. See, that's what I do. Medic classes are built so that the person shooting you is doing this. They do that. And that's what the medic class is used for. The other classes, except for maybe the sniper class, is really, they're built for movement. I mean, the SMGs, oh my gosh, you do so much better with the SMGs if you move around. But, like the snipers, you gotta stay still and move at the same time. Jeez. I wrecked those people. I didn't even turn to get the guy that sniped me, but I just wrecked those people. Like, that wouldn't have happened with a medic. I would have probably gotten 2 of those kills at most. And so what I'm building up to is, when people complain, right? When people complain that the medic class is overpowered, I feel like, yeah, it is overpowered, but at the same time, as you get more skilled with the game, where the game is like 75% player skill, 30% the class that you're using, as it goes up, your skill is more based on player skill, not, oh, I have an overpowered gun. The medic class starts to become the most useless class, unless you're using it, you know, for reviving and stuff, then it's awesome. So I think, really, when it gets boiled down to it, yes, the medic class is overpowered. You know, it is blatantly overpowered. But after a while, when you actually look at it, there's a good reason why it's overpowered. It's for the class. It's the noob class. You know, because I mean, you think I don't want a machine gun because it's World War I, but I don't want a bolt action rifle because you need accuracy. Boom, you got yourself a medic. Like, lots of stuff boils down. The initial noobs, it boils down to I am using a medic because it's the most. Oh dang, it's like the most average class, and you can do good with a medic class. I'm not saying the medic class isn't overpowered. It is overpowered, but I'm saying it's overpowered for balancing, because I think if it took maybe 4 bullets on average to kill someone rather than 3, or even more like 3.5, the medic class would be more of support. Like, it would almost, after that, it would almost make sense to give support like machine guns, or support rifles and machine guns, and medics machine guns as well. See, like, right there, look at this. I'm playing as a scout right now, and I'm using iron sights weapons. And the medic right there wasn't really moving around to dodge my bullets. He was just moving in one direction. Like, if the medic couldn't do that, I would win that fight every time. But then, what happens after they do the whole, okay, you're skilled enough so the medic becomes kind of useless, what happens is the medic, then if you're playing medic, you end up kind of becoming more reliant on having other teammates around. Eventually, the medic class becomes the proper class that it's supposed to be. It is supposed to be the support class where you go around healing everyone, or launching grenades at people, that one too. You know, that's really what it boils down to. And so I think I disagree with the fact that that the only way that they could figure out how to balance the medic is make it overpowered. I really just, something about it just doesn't sit right with me. I'm very much, if you have to change, I'm very strongly opinioned on this. If the only way to balance your game is to make something inherently overpowered, like Civilization, after normal difficulty, the way you make it harder is the computers get buffs, so they get stuff done faster. Doing stuff like that, I very much disagree with. I feel like, you know, you should rebalance the game so the core mechanics aren't changed so much, so that the other classes are balanced. But making the medic class overpowered like the way it is, which is just game mechanic wise basically, I highly disagree with that, the way that they do that. But I think that it can very well be justified why the medic class is overpowered. And I do wish it was, I think maybe if they made more the guns overall have a little bit more kick for the medics, that might make it a little tiny bit better. There's some of the guns, the high ammo capacity guns have more kick, which is awesome. But then again, if you can only get 2 kills at most per life with a medic, then, you know, well, all the classes you can easily get 3 or 4 at least. Then it becomes the medic is the underpowered class. So I hope you guys, if you guys do think the medic is overpowered and should be just frickin' deleted out of this game, just trust me, there's probably people that think that. I mean, you can disagree with me in the comments. I mean, so far I've had comments where people disagree with me, and it's like they don't act like a retard on the internet where they call me, they're like, oh, you're so stupid, you don't know nothing. They're like, hey, I disagree with you because da-da-da. You know, so you guys, my audience seems a little bit more smarter than the general population of YouTube. So, you guys disagree with me? You guys agree with me? Go ahead and tell me that in the comments below. This is the end of the commentary. If you think the medic is overpowered, or not. You know, share your opinion. Share your opinion on the subject or on the meta class of Battlefield 1. Subscribe if you're new, because I do commentaries like this where I just sit here and I talk about random things. I'm Pacific. See you guys in the next episode of whatever I decide to make.